Welcome in the Loopers. Take a trip with us backstage as we check out the Twisted Colossus construction with Bruce Thompson.
Basically where you're standing is the new queue area, and we're going to fence this up and redo the rails and stack the queue on this left-hand side so we double the queue area. Where the old track was coming through here, the floor gets filled in, and we're going to build a wall just to close that area off. And there's going to be, we're talking about some different ideas for like the history of Colossus, some old pictures on the wall.
The old loading station air gates will be reused, and they will be receiving some safety feature upgrades, mechanical upgrades, and some fresh paint. Behind the station, you can see that it's all cleared out and will function as a backstage area for all the employees. The old above-ground operation platform has been leveled and will be moved back as it was inside the safety envelope of the new coaster trains.
Basically, we're using the same mechanism and the same drive motors, but it's a completely rebuilt section built off the bottom of the Rocky Mountain track. You can see it out there on its back with the wheels up. And then that section of green track is the home run coming back to the station. Design is that we utilize the old existing footings, and the new strength of the track actually spreads the load out over more footings than the wooden structure did, and thereby reduces the load actually imposed on an individual footing. Gets a complete new chain trough, new anti-rollback, spacing on the track again to accept the new ride envelope. Move the green track to the left 1 foot on center, so we're having to relocate the chain trough on the bottom. We're able to use the one on the blue track, but the green side has to be moved 12 inches to the north. Your first train goes out on the blue track and does a lap, and then when you come back to this turn after going through the elements in the front, you come back here and the track turns green, and that's the second lap. It'll be timed by launch time in the control package. Individual lifts have the ability to change the speed on them. This is where the last break was before you returned to the station before and came back home. Essentially, on the right-hand side, we're leaving that structure to brace the lift hill, and that's just going to get filled back in, and that old section of track is going to probably remain there. To the left, that all gets demolished for the new elements that are coming down the barrel roll and the top gun. This is old turn 2 area, and this is going to get a haircut of about 1/3 off, similar to the other end.
All right, guys, here it is. The feature drop is just about installed, and we can see how steep this thing is really going to be. It looks just fantastic. You can also see the guys working hard to get the headers in place for the green drop. They are getting ahead of the game to prepare for the arrival any day now.
We're getting a new light package to light the ride from the front side. The group that lit up the Full Throttle Plaza is going to do new lights.
Over here on this side, you can see the coaster has had all of its track removed and cut down to the new profile to prepare for the world's only hybrid coaster high five. The orange markers are made using survey equipment and are chopped down with chainsaws. Later, after the headers are installed to their proper height, they will be trimmed down flush to the headers. Most of the structure will be removed, but it seems that some of the track will remain in place for structural reasons.
So this is the area of the track in the original Colossus where it was heading for home. We've just braced right into the old track area to transfer the loads directly down to the bottom. There were some significant structural defects in that wood that was up there that needed replacing whether or not we rebuilt the ride or not. They were getting to the end of their lifespan. The grease and contamination, it was quite an issue of what we were going to do with that top of that lift up there anyway. The new track follows the same configuration over the crown as the old configuration until it gets to the new steeper drop. That area needed to be reworked anyway, and it was kind of a bonus as that it came down and the fire solved a few problems for us.
Alright guys, here we are in the Scream Plaza. This area will receive all new paint, new landscaping, and a bunch of new theming. Scream will be receiving a new paint job and all new exciting Scream Punk colors. The worn out and tired sign will receive much needed love as it will be replaced with an awesome elevated 3-dimensional sign. Up here at the front of the new Scream Punk area will stand a beautiful new sign. The concrete will be removed and replaced with some stained and sharpened concrete with metalwork sunk into the ground, forming some fantastic new Scream Punk flavor into this corner of the park. New to the Scream Punk area will be a gourmet sandwich shop called Twisted Witches. The front of the old Twisted Colossus is getting the Scream Punk treatment, as well as the bathrooms, the theater, and most of the structures along the area.